Welcome to Life as Ceremony. For the last 50 years, I have intensely researched so many different aspects of the spiritual world. And I've come to realize that there is an exact blueprint that has been designed by Great Spirit, who has been animated by Great Mystery, in order to show us the exact steps in which it is we need to take in order to align ourselves with decisions and purposes and intentions of Great Spirit's world. Sometimes we get all caught up in what it is that we're after, as opposed to what it is that we're not supposed to have. There's a lot of people out there who have forced issues and stuff around making requests about stuff that when they get it, all it has done is destroyed their lives and all those around them. What I have come to realize is that just because something doesn't happen for you at the time as you would like it to, doesn't mean it wasn't sent or orchestrated by divine right. Just as things that do happen for people are also orchestrated by divine right. I would like to point out to you that in spite of the fact that we don't get our way, Great Spirit, through the animation of Great Mystery, is getting her way, and that serves a higher purpose. I'm going to, in just a bit, do a slight demonstration on exactly how to use this board so that we can fall in alignment with Great Spirit's basic purpose. Thank you. As you can see, I have my board laid out here in front of me, and I'm in the process right now of getting ready to show you the exact procedure with every wheel that you lay out, how it is done in sequence. Of course, one must have a question or a request or something that they're investigating the board to see if it is the right thing for them. And so the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to bring in what is called the South Shield and the element of the child, which is about being born into this world so that we can actually experience what the dynamics are. The next stone that we're going to lay out falls in the spot right here that has to do with the experience and whatever it is, the goals and purpose and actions of what the person is as he moves through the dramatization of each and all of the dynamics in life. The next step is to take a look at what one is going to be doing with this wisdom and all this information once one becomes older and more fixed in life and in the process of applying themselves to the way things should be. Now, one would think that I'm getting ready to place a stone in this particular spot right here, but I'm not. I pulled in these three major elemental directions, the child, the doing, and the elderly, and now I'm getting ready to start laying out how it is and the way it is that I would like this experience that I am mocking up is going to be affecting everyone. First of all, I'm going to put a stone here in this particular spot, which represents what I call the first dynamic. The first dynamic is you yourself. And so what you're doing, you're pulling all these forces together and setting up a request that whatever it is that you ask for in this serves all the existing dynamics that we're in the process of entailing. The first dynamic is self, that has to do with your own individual person and the sacred space you live in. The next dynamic we're going to talk about is the dynamic of actually being born in this particular place. You have to have a body in order to play the game, and so the second dynamic entails whether or not you are creating life or whether you were created through our sexual acts of reproduction. The next stone that has to do with the nature of how we are involved in life is we have ourselves, we have our families, and these are the groups that we decide that we're going to preoccupy ourselves and our time with. These groups can be anything from a baseball team right on up to something in regard to where it is that you work or a community that you live in. And so what we have going on in here is that I am putting in a request for the first, second, and third dynamic to be served from the higher good. Next stone I'm putting in place, this is the stone that represents mankind itself. So collectively, all these dynamics that we've talked about so far, if combined in the way in which it is they are, will make up the entire makeup of mankind. Small groups on our planet, small, whether they're large or small group they are, all combined together make up the dynamics of the human being, mankind himself. Next, we're going to talk about our solar system and its connection to us as a planet. Now, this is a planetary energy right here, and we Earthlings and stuff like that here have a large conglomeration of all different types of animals and living creatures, whether they be everything from worms right up to our plant and tree life. This right here represents the house that we would like to see those particular realities and that dynamic taken good care of. Next, we're going to talk about the solar system, Earth's occupation in our solar system. Now, the solar system is made up of a series of other planets that all fall in conjunction with us. They are actually like these huge spheres of existence in the third dimension that are occupied by extremely intelligent, highly intelligent human beings that have evolved into states of understanding that are beyond our comprehension, but are there to assist us with the nature of how they work. Next, we're going to talk about the galaxies in which it is that we occupy ourselves and the way in which it is that we go about what we're doing. This is connecting us to other galaxies in a much, much, much larger perspective of how it is our planet fits into place. Once again, this is a request that serves all of these dynamics, including one of diselevation. Last one of these, which is the house that has to do with the universe or great mystery itself. Great mystery is the thing in which it is, the things about our universe in which it is we do not understand and cannot explain. And so therefore we have to attribute them to being just a great mystery to us. The orchestration of all of us and how this place was created is so far outside of our reach. We often wonder what this is about. Well, we don't have to know what it's about because we're not capable of understanding it. And so therefore, please enjoy and become one with. Now, we decided that we're going to go ahead and place in the very center of this our request, gathering in all this information serving the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth dynamic, all the dynamics together with the forces of the energy together, pulling it together to bring forward the experience that you're looking forward. Now, remember, it is possible that the right thing to happen to you and for you is for something not to happen whatsoever. And at the same time, something totally could happen for you. So one must be willing to accept and the understanding of how that works, and getting a little bit of an idea about the time sequence and the confinement of time regarding the request is something to give some thought to upon placing the stone in the very center. Last but not least, that's right, here comes the last stone that has to do with the east wheel. The east wheel represents the enigmatic reality of existence that has to do with the beginning and the end of something at the same time. And so therefore upon having all the dynamics activated and the stone in the center ready to receive its gift, I'm now ready to close the ceremonial wheel with the stone, activating it so that whatever it is that was requested is now in the process of manifesto. And that's how the wheel is done and put together. Thank you. Now that you've seen how this board will allow you to lay out the next steps that are intended in your life, you can get an understanding that if you are in alignment with all of this, it takes an enormous amount of fear, so-called responsibility, or misplaced direction out of your life. Please, use this board wisely and understand that it serves a higher purpose, and that higher purpose is something outside of your total understandings, but at the same time, you must understand that you're only here limited to know just so much. And so therefore, asking something like this to guide you is one of your best ones. Thank you.